Coach, a 20-point win against Western Illinois, and early on, a lot of runs in that first half, but you saw a stretch where Mike Dahm just does what Mike Dahm does and really took control of the game with 10 straight points.
Yeah, no, Mike did a great job being aggressive offensively, staying on the move. They, employed some strategies where they had a little smaller guy on them, so it gave him an opportunity to get some catches in the paint and be effective. So we're fortunate that he was really aggressive. Our guys did a great job getting him the ball, and that was one way we were really able to attack on Saturday.
First half, just the defensive effort against Western Illinois. And this is a team that can score the basketball, but you guys really, really shut them down offensively.
I thought our defensive focus was really strong. They were trying to be deliberate offensively with their possessions, get a little bit longer possession, try to grind us out. And our guys rose to the challenge, did a great job staying focused later in possessions, and I think, did a good job getting stops, and really that fueled our offense.
And then in the second half, you start out right away, and you pounded inside right away. Your first 4 field goals of the second half came inside and really kind of established things for you.
Yeah, with the smaller player guarding Mike, we felt like we needed to go inside and get him those catches and try to be efficient that way. And again, our guys did a great job getting it to him. He established himself, and we were able to get off to a good start scoring in the paint. Your
confidence level overall has been tremendous, but your confidence level at home this year, Coach, has just been through the roof.
Yeah, we've had really good fan turnouts. I think their passion and energy, enthusiasm, our guys definitely feed off of it, and they've been great. So really thankful and appreciative for that. And, it's important to our guys to do a good job at home. Not only are you trying to protect your home court, you're playing in front of a lot of family and friends and loyal supporters, so we want to be at our best.
So here we go, final week of the regular season. A lot still to be decided, and a lot will be said about the game on Thursday when you host South Dakota, the one team that's gotten you so far. This is a team that is playing extremely well, like you guys are. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between these teams in terms of the balance, in terms of the defensive effort, and in terms of the confidence that both these teams are playing with right now.
Yeah, I think both teams are playing well. It should be an exciting ball game come Thursday, and there's things that they were able to do to be effective against us in the first time where we feel like we can make some adjustments and hopefully be more effective this time. And, when you're on your home court, it gives any team just a little bit more confidence than you have on another night. So it should be a great matchup, exciting game. We're ready to have it be here and get it played.
One of the interesting things, you guys and the Coyotes are two of the top free throw shooting teams in the conference in terms of getting to the free throw line. And so for a matchup back at their place where you only shot total, the two teams just 23 free throws, that was way out of character for both of your teams.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely a physical game in Vermilion, and it was one of those where neither team got to the foul line a whole lot. And night in and night out, both of our teams have proven to get there at a really high rate. They drive it quite a bit with their perimeter players. We drive it and also post some guys too. So both teams, it's a big part of their offense on both sides of the ball. I think each coach and each team is going to be trying to do what they can to get to the rim and get to the foul line.
Obviously, one of the numbers you weren't real happy about was getting out rebounded by 10 at their place.
Yeah, that's I think that's one tangible measure of the level of aggressiveness you're playing with. And, I think most cases when we can out-rebound our opponent, we're usually going to be successful. So to have that type of disparity, it's going to be tough unless you're just having one of those nights you're really shooting the basketball well. To get out-rebounded by 10, it's hard to win that way.
And then a quick turnaround, and you'll go from one prolific offensive team to another very prolific offensive team on the road to close out the regular season Saturday at Fort Wayne. And this is a group that not as good as what you guys have been at home, but close, 13-1 at home this year.
Yeah, Fort Wayne's a really good team, and they had us on the ropes here. Probably of the games that we've won was the one that was the most in balance at the end. And they've got 3 veteran players who can really score the ball with Harrell and Contra and Scott. They're playing at a high level right now, and so it's going to be a tough match going there on the road, and finishing things off, especially just coming off of one day in between our game on Thursday.
And certainly you saw what they were capable of offensively in that second half, because a 17-point lead didn't take long for that to evaporate.
No, Bryson Scott does a great job getting to the basket, and Contra is a really challenging matchup. And Harrell's a tremendous shooter and scorer, so they've got a lot of weapons. And other guys out there, can really space the floor for them. So they can get it grooving on offense for sure, and you got to do everything you can to prevent them from getting going and getting that momentum.
I had to double-check my numbers. 92 three-point attempts in the last 3 games for this team.
Yeah, it's a team that can really shoot it from three and shoots a bunch of them. So you got to guard the 3-point line as well.
And then Conchar, we talked about him, but what he brings to the floor in just about every aspect of the game, scoring, rebounding, assists, steals, block shots. I mean, this guy just does everything so well.
Yeah, he's definitely a stat stuffer. He's got a lot of intangible qualities. He does so many things to help their team win. He's a tremendous player. He impacts the game in a lot of ways. And his versatility to play different positions, and they play him as the point forward at times. He's just so unique. Maybe the most unique player in our league, from that standpoint. So he does help win in a lot of ways, and you've got to do a lot of things to try to offset him if you're going to be successful against him. How
much discussion, TJ, do you have with the players about what you need to do this week in terms of what this week means in terms of postseason?
I think everybody's really aware of how important the game is, and then what it means and everything. So we try not to spend a whole lot of time talking about things we can't control and just worrying about what we can do, which is have really good practice each day and be focused on the task at hand and come out and play with great energy on Thursday.
Everybody healthy at this point, as healthy as they can be?
Yeah, everybody's healthy. We've been lucky that way, and guys have done a great job taking care of their body, and we've been fortunate to stay away from any major injuries at this point. So hopefully that will continue as we move forward.